World Space Week 2025. As the great Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam sir once said, "Look at the sky, we are not alone. The whole universe is friendly to us and conspires only to give the best to those who dream and work." And today, we are here to celebrate those dreams that reach beyond the clouds, beyond our planet, into the infinite wonder of space. So yes, let's begin this cosmic celebration with energy, enthusiasm, and curiosity. May I now request our esteemed dignitaries to take their seats on the podium. Our chief guest for the day, Dr. Somanna Kollimada, our proud alumnus and a distinguished scientist. Applause, please. Mr. Sanjeev Kumar KS, Senior Scientist, UR Rao Satellite Center, ISRO. Mrs. Rajeshwari, Scientist, UR Rao Satellite Center, ISRO. Professor M.D. Nanjunda, our beloved founder principal and our senior trust member, KAEC. Mr. K. Danya Subbaya, President, KAEC School Trust. Mr. M.T. Bachaya, Treasurer, KAEC School Trust. And our beloved principal, Dr. Ramachandran M., Kood Public School. A warm round of applause for our galaxy of guests, everybody. They say a single lamp can light 1,000 others without diminishing its glow. To symbolize the light of knowledge and the spirit of discovery, may I invite all our dignitaries to light the ceremonial lamp. So, there. As the flame rises upward, may it remind us that every spark of curiosity can illuminate the path to innovation.
Good morning, everyone. Respected Chief Guest, Dr. Somanna Kollimada, Distinguished President of Kodagu Academy for Education and Culture, Mr. Danya Subbaya, esteemed Senior Member of the Trust and Founder Principal, Professor M.D. Nanjunda, respected Principal of Kood Public School, Dr. M. Ramachandran, distinguished scientists, Dr. Sanjeev Kumar, Dr. Rajeshwari, and their team of eminent scientists from UR Rao Satellite Center, Bengaluru. Dear students, teachers, guests, members of the press, and everyone gathered here. I welcome you all to World Space Week 2025 at Cook Public School, Gonikoppal. Today is a great chance for the youth of Kodagu to explore the fascinating world of space research and exploration. We at Cook Public School are honored to be the hosts of this event in collaboration with the U.R. Rao Satellite Center. It is the lead research center of the Indian Space Research Organization. Space exploration has always been about dreaming big, asking questions and finding answers that push the limits of what we know. Through their exhibits, models, and interactive sessions, we will get to explore how rockets are launched, how satellites orbit the Earth, and how science helps us push the limits of what we know. This event is not just about technology and science. It's about inspiring young minds to look up at the night sky and wonder what's next. We have with us Mr. Anand Ram of Vagartha Educational Services, who has helped us curate a science museum that will be inaugurated today. Thank you. Today, we are fortunate to learn from and interact with the brightest minds in space research in India. I urge everyone here to visit the exhibits, participate in the competitions, engage with the scientists, and make the most of today. It is my sincere hope that this event motivates the youth of Kodagu and serves as a launching pad to an exciting career in space exploration. On behalf of our school, I welcome you all again to World Space Week 2025 at Cook Public School, Gonikoppal. Thank you.
To those who dare to reach for the stars, light the way for others to follow. May I now invite Mrs. Sanchita Chengappa, our academic coordinator, to introduce our chief guest for the day.
Respected dignitaries on the dais and off the dais, esteemed guests, teachers, and dear students, a very good morning to all of you. It gives me great pleasure to introduce our distinguished chief guest, Dr. Somana Kollimada Ayappa, for today's World Space Week celebration, jointly organized by U.R. Rao Satellite Center, ISRO, and Cook Public School. Dr. Somana is an accomplished scientist whose academic and research journey beautifully bridges the worlds of physics, biology, and sustainability. An alumnus of Cook Public School and batch of 2004, he went on to complete a 5-year integrated MSc in physics from the University of Mysore. His deep curiosity about how physical principles govern life processes led him to pursue research in biomechanics, tissue engineering, and micro-scale devices at 2 of India's finest institutions, the prestigious Raman Research Institute and the Indian Institute of Science, Bangalore. In 2021, Dr. Somana earned his doctorate in physics for life sciences from the Université Grenoble-Alpes in France, where his research focused on understanding how the cellular biochemistry of living systems influences force generation. After nearly a decade in advanced scientific research, Dr. Somana returned to Cook, bringing science back to the soil. Today, he combines his scientific acumen with a passion for sustainability, managing his estate and working on sustainable agricultural practices. He has served as a technical consultant at NatureWorks Technologies Private Limited, Bangalore, where he helped develop innovative material science solutions inspired by nature. Dr. Somana's journey from the classrooms of Cook Public School to research laboratories in India and France, and now to the fields of Cook, is an inspiring example of how science, when guided by curiosity and purpose, can transform both lives and landscapes. At COPS, we take immense pride in our alumni who have excelled across diverse fields, be it engineering, medicine, research, entrepreneurship, administrative and defense services. And Dr. Somana is a shining representative of that proud tradition, embodying the school's enduring values of excellence, integrity, and innovation. We are truly honored to have him with us today to motivate our young minds as we celebrate science and exploration. Thank you.
Respected dignitaries in the dais, faculty members of Kook Public School, and students, Namaste, good morning. So we are assembled here to celebrate World Space Week. Okay, let me tell you something about what is World Space Week. Okay, World Space Week is celebrated between 4th October and 10th October in every year. Okay, so the significance of these dates are: on October 4th, the first artificial satellite. The first artificial satellite, Sputnik 1, was launched by USSR. And it was of a 83 kg satellite of a size of a football, nearly a football-sized object. So it was launched on the October 4th. Okay, so it sent a communication. It was just a beep, few beeps it sent from space to the ground. It was the first communication between man-made objects. Okay, first artificial satellite to here, and it was followed by a launch of Explorer 1 by US. So on Jan 1st, 1958. Okay, so many satellite launches followed after that, and India was not behind that. Our Vikram Sarabhai, our father of space, ISRO Indian space program, so was quickly able to realize the importance of space technologies, and INCOSPAR was formed under the guidance of Sri Vikram Sarabhai, Indian National Committee for Space Research. It was formed in 1962, and in 1963, November 21st, we had a first sounding rocket launch from Tumba. So there was quite progress in space missions, and quickly it was realized that the whole technology, space technologies, what were being done actually has to be channelized to ensure that it is for the good of the humankind. So in 1957, October 10th, Outer Space Treaty was signed to ensure there was no sovereignty claimed by any country, any individual on any celestial bodies, and not to carry any weapons of mass destruction, and freedom to explore by anybody, and international space cooperation between the space agency. This was signed in October 10th, 1958, and it was signed by US, UK, and USSR. Okay, and currently many, nearly 100 plus satellites countries have signed this particular treaty. Okay, so we are here to celebrate the World Space Week. So our team of 12 people, we are here actually. So we will be involving in many activities over the period of day. So we have a lecture about the journey of ISRO by Rajeshwari, followed by competitions and all. So we will be sharing our success story. We'll be sharing how we took the setbacks and made it a success, and the legacy and the heritage we are following set up by our seniors, and complete about the current missions, past missions, future missions. As a part of the complete day program, we'll be having some competitions and all. So we will be able to, and we'll be interacting with all the students over the full complete day. So we'll be very happy to do that actually. So I complete my speech and ensure that other program takes. Thank you.
Sir, that was truly enlightening. It's amazing how this 1 week unites the entire world in celebrating science and discovery. Students, can I hear a loud yes if you're already feeling inspired? Are you? Where's the yes? Louder yes. Are you? Wonderful. That's the spirit. Let's keep this energy going. Thank you, sir, for enlightening us with your words and for helping us see space not as distant stars, but as a field of endless opportunity. Okay. Every achievement begins with a dreamer. Right? Yes or no? Every achievement begins with a dreamer, and today we are honored to have such dreamer among us. May I now invite our chief guest, Dr. Somanna Kollimada, scientist and a proud alumnus of Coorg Public School, to address the gathering. Sir.
A very good morning to everyone here. I'd like to thank the COPS family, for it is very much the COPS family that I am a part of. I was here more than 20 years ago, and honestly, looking around, the nostalgia really hits, and I'm more used to sitting there in the back or running around behind the stage, and it's an absolute honor and privilege to be here today. I would like to thank the COPS family for that privilege. So what I'd like to talk about today, well, you have people from ISRO who are going to tell you about space, right? I'd like to ask you students to think and understand why science is important. So during the introduction, they mentioned, okay, I did biophysics. Some of you might wonder, what's the relationship between biology and physics? They seem to be really different fields. They're different subjects altogether. But I'd like to tell you that all biology is chemistry, all chemistry is physics, and all physics is written in mathematics, which is the language of the sciences. And all science is only applicable to humanity when viewed through the lens of human morality. We need to be careful on the directions that we pursue the sciences. We need to always be aware of the direction that we take the sciences in. It should always be about improving overall humanity. We face some uncertain times right now. There is a lot of improvements in technology, and this is going to be impacting a lot of us, especially the younger generation as you grow up. We have things like artificial intelligence that has impacted our world right now, whether it is the job market or everyday life. 5-10 years back, if somebody had asked me, what is artificial intelligence going to look like, I'd have said, I don't think it's going to be very important in our lives. But right now we can see that artificial intelligence is going to play a very significant role in our lives. These are the sort of changes that science can do to us, to our lives. And being aware of the impact of science on our lives is very important to each and every one of us. We need to be aware of the latest advances in science and technology. We need to be able to look at that and think about, okay, how is this new technology going to affect me? This is something that is vital for the coming generations. I would also I really, so many changes are happening these days, whether it's climate change, whether it's artificial intelligence, any of these. Climate change is playing a significant impact on our lives. It is very much required that people in ISRO, they send up the satellites, they give us updates on how the weather is going to look like in the future. And this is important for everyone. For the farmer on his field, it's important to know how the weather is changing, right? These are the very broad areas that science can help us in our daily lives. I would like to ask all of you to be curious. I would like all of you to ask why. I would like all of you to question again and again until you come to an understanding of how something works. Do not be swayed easily. Always be prepared to question. Please encourage that growth in each and every one of us. do not hinder the progress of science. Always try to push science and technology, and always remember that you need to do this keeping in mind how it impacts us and the people around us on a daily basis. Thank you.
To continue the spirit of excellence, may I now request our dear Mr. K. Danya Subbaya, our President for KAC School Trust, to share his thoughts. Sir, please.
Good morning, everyone. Respected Chief Guest, Dr. Somana, Dr. Sanjeev, Dr. Rajeshwari, all the officials from ISRO, Professor M.D. Nanjunda, Mr. M.T. Machaya, teachers and students of various schools who have come here, Principal Dr. Ramachandra, guests, and students from COPS. It is a great honor for COPS to host the World Space Week organized by ISRO. I am sure it will be an incredible experience for all the students and people of Kodagu. Today, I would like to give a little advice to all the students who are the future innovators and how to cultivate a scientific temperament. Scientific temperament is about approaching the world with reason, logic, and evidence. It means you value the process of discovery over simply accepting an answer. Ask critical questions and don't be afraid to sound simple or challenging. Become an expert observer. Scientists are masters of observation. Train your brain to notice details others miss. Look at a spider web, a drop of water, or how a light hits an object. Observation is a starting point for every great hypothesis. As a student, you're standing at the beginning of an incredible journey. Your time in school isn't just about learning from your books. It's about building the mindset to solve the problems of tomorrow. The journey requires two things: the ability to dream and the courage to think like a scientist. School teaches you what has been done. Dreaming big is about imagining what could be done. Don't just absorb information, use it as a launch pad. For example, if you are learning about space, don't just memorize the planets. Imagine the first colony on Mars. And if you are learning coding, don't just complete your assignment. Imagine an app that can bring about a change in society. And embrace impossible thinking. The greatest inventions come from people who ignore the phrase "that's impossible." When faced with a problem, instead of being overwhelmed, ask what is the first and smallest step towards solving this. When you try something new, it probably won't work perfectly the first time. Scientists call this an experiment. They don't say failure. Every mistake teaches you something important about what doesn't work, bringing you closer to what will. By combining ambitious dreams with a logical questioning mindset, you can tackle any subject from history to physics, which will help you in your exams and also make a real impact on this world. Thank you.
We have our beloved founder principal, that is Professor M.D. Nanjunda sir. I would request sir to come on the stage and speak a few words and motivate all of us. Huge round of applause for sir, everyone.
Good morning to all. Respected scientists from ISRO, Mr. President, ladies and gentlemen. I thank ISRO scientists. You gave us an opportunity to host. We do it. We continue to remember ISRO because every alternate day ISRO is in news. Thank you very much.
Dream is not what you see in sleep. It is the thing which does not let you sleep. ISRO stands as a living testament to that dream. Let's now hear about ISRO's incredible journey from humble beginnings to cosmic milestones from Mrs. Rajeshwari, scientist at the U.R. Rao Satellite Center, ISRO. Mrs. Rajeshwari is an expert in satellite mission operations and telemetry systems, contributing significantly to multiple geostationary satellite missions. With her wealth of experience and dedication, she has played a pivotal role in shaping India's space achievements. Let's welcome her with a big round of applause, everyone.
World Space Week. Who can celebrate World Space Week? Anybody can celebrate World Space Week. Any organization, school, friends, family members, anybody can celebrate World Space Week, correct? So today we are here. So let us thank Coorg Public School for giving this opportunity to celebrate World Space Week. Let us give a big round of applause to the school and management also. Then I would like to thank our Sri Sankaran sir, who is our director, URSC, for giving us this opportunity. Okay, every year there will be a theme. So this year, World Space Week theme is living in space. We are happy on Earth, correct? Navellaru bhoomi mele khushiyagidivalva. But we want something else beyond Earth. What is that? Space. So we want to establish our habitat out of the... So what are the challenges? How we can establish? What are the collaboration is required for establishing our place in space, and how to make our own self-sufficient at space. This is the theme of this year, living in space. Okay, I'll start with this. As our Sanjeev told, URO Satellite Center is started with our Udupi Ramachandra Rao, that is famously known as UR Rao. He is the founder of our ISRO Satellite Center. Initially it was named as ISAC, you can see here. In the down you can see ISAC. It was started in the Peenya, Bangalore in 1972. Then we moved on to this area. It's a very bigger area where we are having all the facilities to start with the design, development and realization of the satellites. And we are having one more center where it is called ISITE. It is Indian Satellite Integration and Testing Establishment. That is in 2006. It is a very big area. Under one roof, we are having all the facilities to establish and realize the satellites for its fully functional at the space. Then what is the main function of Satellite Center? Basically, we are doing design, development and realization of satellites, and also along with that we are doing R&D, that is research and development which is required for humans for the purpose of human helping, human requirements and human to live peacefully. We are doing lot of developments, so that is also part of our center. And our first satellite is Aryabhatta. I think all of you have got that model where you can make that bottle and you can enjoy the first satellite that we launched in 1975. And we have this year we celebrated our 50 years, glorious years of Aryabhatta launch. We completed our 50 years, the launch of Aryabhatta. Okay, there are 5 verticals in ISRO, that is space applications, space infrastructure, capacity building. What are the space applications? We are doing agriculture, correct? So we can, by taking the images of the satellite, through the satellites, we can improve our agriculture. How? We can know the soil, what is the land, how the land is formed, what are the water resources available. So depending on that, we can improve our agriculture yield, and so that it will be helpful to the mankind. Not only that, we are having ocean, how to do fishing, how to get the maximum fish, and what are the alert systems. So these are the things space application can really help. Not only agriculture and ocean. We want to develop a new area, some urban area development. It needs lot of infrastructure. They have to look for proper land, then water resources required for the development of the land. All such data is really available from the satellite, which can be used for the establishment of the urban area also. Apart from that, is it only scientists can do? No, anybody can do. Even academics, schools, colleges, it has been given opportunity to make a satellite, and ISRO is also launching student satellites. So it is an opportunity given for the students as part of their academic. So you can see here, many launches, it has been supported by the ISRO. Apart from that, we are having, for all these facilities, we are having space transportation. Okay, we have made the satellites. We need launch vehicle, correct? So we are having many varieties, more 4 to 5 types of launch vehicles, which supports for launching the satellites. Okay, I am having one launch vehicle. Can I launch? No. It depends on the weight of the satellites and which orbit we are going to place the satellite. So depending on that, we are having varieties. That is called Polar Satellite Launch Vehicle. It can take the weight up to 1,800 kgs to the low Earth orbit around 400 to 500 kilometers. Then we are having geosynchronous launch vehicle where it can take up more than 2,000 kgs of satellites. Then we are having SSLV, small satellite launch vehicles. This launch vehicle is used for the satellites which will do a lot of experiments through the satellite. That is around 500 kgs. That technology will be used for next satellites. Then we are also having human-related launch vehicle. I think you are all excited to know about Bharatiya Antarikshya Station, correct? So we want a separate launch vehicle where it can carry the requirements which is required for Bharatiya Antarikshya Station. So we are having a separate launch vehicle that is called human-rated launch vehicle. Then reusable launch vehicle. We are investing so much on launch vehicle. You may be knowing, reading in the newspaper, some 400 crores, 500 crores for the launch vehicle, correct? We want to reduce the expenditure because it's all your money. So we started with reusing the stages, how it can be reused for the next launches. So that also experiments are going on. That is RLV, it is called reusable launch vehicles. Then new generation launch vehicles, because if the satellite weight is more than 10 tons and all, we are depending on the outsiders. We want to be not depending on others. We want to be self-sufficient. So this is the next generation satellites where we can launch 30 ton to the geosynchronous orbit, that is around 36,000 kilometer, or we can launch around 80 ton satellites to the low Earth orbit satellites. And our next, as I already told, our next missions are human space program, that is Gaganyaan and follow-on missions, and Bharatiya Antarikshya Station, that is BAS. We have already achieved some things you will be knowing, you will be reading through the newspapers. If you see here, URSC has realized total 132 satellites from the starting of Aryabhatta to the recent launch, that is NISR. It is between ISRO and NASA collaboration. So we have launched total 132 satellites. And similarly, Vikram Sarabhai Space Center, they'll support for the launch vehicles. And they have launched total 102 satellites, launch vehicles to support for all our satellites apart from ours, even outside also. Then coming to SDSC SHAR, it is a spaceport where we are launching all our launch vehicles through this port, and we have launched 34 countries, we have supported 34 countries and also 433 foreign satellites along with our requirement. And these two you can see, it looks alike, correct? In SHAR we are having two launch port. One is called PSLV launch complex. This is the first complex. This is built in SHAR, Sriharikota. That is our launching area. And you can see the speciality of this launch. It supports initially for PSLV. Later we started using for GSLV also. So this is a movable structure. It will be, full vehicle will get integrated, and here will be the satellite in the top. Once it is ready for the launch, this structure will go back. So this launch vehicle will be ready for the launch. So this is the concept of our first launch vehicle. Then coming to the GSLV launch complex, this is a second launch pad, and here its concept is different. We'll build in a vehicle assembly area where full structure will be built, and this vehicle will move around 10 kilometers and it will go to this launch pad area. So that we can have two parallel launches also. So this is the facility we are having at SDSC SHAR. Then what are the space applications? As I already told, you can see here it supports for telecommunication, television, direct-to-home service, news gathering, radio networking, mobile services, and metadata dissemination. Whatever data our satellites are providing, our public can really use it and it is available through our web ports. So that is data dissemination. Then coming to search and rescue, I think all of you will be more interested. Disaster management is, search and rescue is part of that. And tele-education, where remote area, even people can get educated through the tele-education, and telemedicine. Anywhere, any part of the earth, specialists can be consulted and treatment can be given to the patient. That is the one major application of the satellite, that is telemedicine. Okay, what are the types of satellite? Whether all are same? You can see many satellites are there. It is not in same size or weight. It depends on the application, life of the satellites. So if you see here, we are having I-1K, it is around 1 ton satellite. Then I-2K, it is around 2 ton. Then I-3K, 3 ton. And I-6K, it is around 6 ton satellites. Depending on the requirement, satellite power generation will be taken place. How the power will be generated, anybody can tell? Satellite, how power is generated? Are we running AC line? AC supply? You can see here, we have kept one satellite. How we are generating the power? Solar panels are there, no. So that depends on the requirement for that satellite to work. So you can see here, there are power generation will be different and life is also different. Some are, I told you, small satellites, it may be for 1 year or 6 months, just to know the performance, how that each system works in the space. And some are telecommunication satellites, where it works for more than 15 years, and some remote sensing, which is very near to the earth, it works for more than 5 to 6 years. So depending on its requirement, application, satellite will be designed. Then all of us are using GPS, correct? No. You want to go to your friend's house, immediately you'll switch on the GPS. But we are having our own GPS that is called Navic. It gives the time and position of the system. So it is mainly used for our defense system. Even we can also use it with special antenna facility. So you can see here we are having lot of IRNSS series. It requires more number of constellation, because more number of satellite, it gives the better resolution and better position accuracy. And we are also having next generation, that is Navic, next generation of NVA series. We are in the process of launching it. And this is how we are covering the area. First, there is a primary area where it covers India first. Then there is a secondary area where it covers more than 1,500 kilometers around the India. Then you can see here, what are the satellites we have made? All are same? No. Can we combine all applications in one satellite? No, it is not possible. So depending on the application and requirement, we have classified. You can see here, some are like land and water resource management. It needs a different applications and different payload configurations. And these are the satellites, Earth Observatory Satellite, ResourceSat. Then you can, Earth Observatory Satellite, ResourceSat, you can see here, this is meant for land and water resource management. And cartography, maintaining our India's map, see that everything is okay. So we need cartography, no. So for that also we are having a special satellite called cartography satellites, and large scale mapping is also possible through these satellites, that is TES, ISIS, then cartography series, then microsat also. Then coming to this environmental and monitoring atmosphere research satellites, I already told we are having a special satellite for ocean monitoring, that is OceanSat, and SARAL and SCATSAT for water monitoring. which rotates around the thing. Then crew escape model. Once the launch is over, in case of any observed problem, how to escape from that. So that also we have to think, like, so that is also planned for this. Then environmental control and life support systems. We want, can they sleep like how we are sleeping, or they can sit like this? No. They'll be tied with the chair or their sleeping chair, correct? So all those things has to be, technology has to be developed. So next is parachute-based de-acceleration system. Then training is also required them. Anybody cannot go directly there. They should have a proper exercise, diet, their health, and training how to manage the inside the crew and what are the experiments they have to carry out. So all those things are part of this crew training module. Then crew-centric products. Then thermal. Thermal is very, very important, which maintains the all system in working condition, and it takes care of the crew people inside. Then meteoroid and orbit debris, we have to protect by them actually. Then overall mission management and crew recovery operations after they come back from the Gaganyaan mission. Can you tell this? I think all of you will know who is this. Can you tell anybody here? Shubhanshu Shukla, correct. He is the first Indian now. He has because of our government, he has gone to Axiom. Through Axiom 4, he has visited Indian Space Center, Space Station, and this is the reception after he has turned back. And this mission was launched on June 25th, 2025, and he was there for around 2 astronauts, actually 4 were trained. Out of the 2 were selected. He is the main captain, group captain, and one more captain also was there. Then next, and there was a total 18 days was the mission with successful and lot of experiments they have done, and he has come back to Earth with a lot of experience, and his experience will be used for our next missions. This is the plan for our Bharatiya Antariksha Space Station. We want to have our own space station, and it has got, you can see here, there are 5 modules are there. We cannot launch all modules together. Module wise it will be launched, then later it will get integrated in the space, and each module you can see here, they are not depending on the other module. It has gone its own power generation and all. So this is what we have planned for this. And it supports for all scientific experiments in space and technology demonstration. Then this is our vision and future plan. Whether with this can we complete? No. You are the young generation. You have to support for our all next future missions. What are those missions? You can see here in 2026 we are planning our first Gaganyaan G1 module. It is an unmanned mission. We want to see what are the functionalities, whether it is working as per our expectation. Next is 2026. The first module of Bharatiya Antariksha Space Station will be launched, and next will be phase 3, that is operation of BAS. Then we are also planning India's landing on moon. This is our mission up to 2040. Building home in space. How it is possible? What are the extra technologies we need to develop? What are the requirements required one man goes to a moon? Like space suit, what food he can eat, how the health can be taken care. So these are the modules like crew metabolic requirements, personal hygiene management system, food in space. Whether can he eat masala dosa there? Can he drink juice? There are yes, but there are constraints are there. He has to follow all those things. So how it can be done? All those things, experiments are going on. Then crew clothing and sleeping bags. If he sleeps on the floor somewhere, what will happen? He will float? No. So naturally he will be tied with his chair, sleeping bag. He cannot sleep wherever he wants. Then medical kits, which is really required because he cannot come back to Earth whenever he wants. He has to complete his mission, then only he can come back. Then emergency survival kit, crew life support, and space forming. Okay, I hope I could convey to all of you. Thank you.
And yeah, that's not all. A gesture of respect and appreciation, our ISRO team also has a special token of gratitude for our distinguished chief guest, Dr. Somanna Kollimada. Huge round of applause for that. Rajeshwari. Yeah. Yeah, thank you everyone.
The power of dreams can propel us beyond the boundaries of reality. Rakesh Sharma, the first Indian to fly to space, said these words, encouraging us to dream big and strive for the impossible. Distinguished Chief Guest Dr. Kollimada Somanna, Honorable Scientists from Indian Space Research Organization, esteemed Senior Trust Member Professor M.D. Nanjunda, President and Treasurer of KU Public School Trust, KAEC, Principal Dr. Ramachandran Sir, school faculty, participants, mentors, and dear students. A very pleasant morning to all of you present here on the occasion to celebrate the ISRO World Space Week 2025 with KU Public School. Somewhere, something incredible is waiting to be explored. Indian scientists are etching a mark, especially in space exploration. I would like to thank the team of 12 scientists who've made an impact with their gracious presence here at COPS. I think they deserve a big round of applause. Our heartfelt recognition and gratitude for Dr. Sanjeev Kumar's work for ISRO and our country. His vision for ISRO emphasized the importance of space technology in addressing real-world issues like communication, education, and space technology. Thank you, sir, for your overview on World Space Week, and we eagerly await to garner more knowledge from you. Audience, put your hands together to applaud Mr. Sanjeev Kumar, KS. Let's never stop exploring and pushing the boundaries of human achievement is the mantra this great person believes in. A sincere gratitude to Ms. Rajeshwari, an accomplished lady scientist of UR Rao Space Center, for sharing her invaluable insights and expertise as she took us through a journey of Indian Space Research Organization. Thank you, ma'am, for being a role model and a source of inspiration for all women in STEM fields. Our students will richly benefit from you. A big round of applause once again for Ms. Rajeshwari. I would like to extend our heartfelt gratitude to Dr. Somanna Kollimada, our alumnus. We are indeedly thoroughly proud of you to have come back to COPS Kalamanch as today's esteemed chief guest. Your dedication, perseverance, and passion for science and agriculture, sustainable agriculture, is truly commendable. Your presence here today has added immense value to our gathering, and we are grateful for the time you've taken to share your knowledge and experiences with us. Thank you. We request the President of KAEC, Mr. Danya Subaya, and Professor M.D. Nanjunda to hand over our token of appreciation to Dr. Somanna Kollimada. Thank you, sirs. Gratitude goes to the President of the School Trust, Mr. Danya Subaya, for his continued support and guidance, and also in bringing innovation to Coop Public School and making this ISRO Week possible here. Thank you. He is a guide, a master, whose encouraging presence has lit up our faces with respect and awe. Our National Teacher Awardee, who's received the award from the greatest scientist, APJ Abdul Kalam, is none other than our respectable Professor MD Nanjunda. Sir, your guidance, your dedication to the noble profession, your passion for education has inspired countless students and teachers, and we are fortunate to have you here as a role model, and we are sincerely grateful for your presence here today. Thank you, Nanjunda sir. I can see the pride in sir's face as he watches his student, Dr. Somana, being the chief guest here today. A big round of applause to Nanjunda sir. It should reverberate. Big round of applause, please. A word of appreciation to our principal, Dr. M. Ramachandran, for his tireless efforts in ensuring the success of this event. Sir, your leadership and guidance have been invaluable. A round of applause as well. We would like to extend our gratitude to Mr. M.T. Machaya, Treasurer of Kodagu Academy of Education and Culture, for being instrumental in bringing out this event. We are indeed grateful for your trust in us and providing the students with the opportunity to grow and learn. Put your hands together, please. Thank you. Earnest thanks goes to our organizers, volunteers, media persons, staff and students who've worked tirelessly behind the scenes to ensure the success of this event. Your efforts have not gone unnoticed, and we truly appreciate your hard work. A big round of applause to all behind the scenes, please. Once again, thank you all. Let's look forward to many more such events in future. Today is a special day, October 8th, a day when the Kopp Science Museum is also inaugurated, a day to remember forever. Thanks again to the URSC ISRO for generously presenting the model of Chandrayaan to our museum. Thank you very much. Yuri Gagarin, the first man in space, uttered these iconic words in space in Russian. Poekali, meaning, let's go. So, now let's go with all curiosity and explore the Jijnasa, the science exhibition here at COPS after the inaugural ceremony. Thank you all. Let's continue to support and celebrate the wonders of science together. Thank you.
Those gracious words of appreciation. That was a wonderful note of gratitude, because truly no great event is possible without teamwork and dedication. Before we move on, can I hear some excitement in the air? Are you all ready for the thrilling competitions that await us? Are you all ready? Yes or no? Yes, that's the spirit we all love. Let's carry this energy forward and make today truly out of this world. Okay, we have a few announcements. Quiz competition. The initial round will take place in the exam hall. Volunteers will guide the participants. After the preliminary round, all participants must assemble at the Kala Manch. This is the place for the results. Top 6 teams will move on to the final round right here. Elocution competition. This will be held in room number 70. Art competition. This will take place in the art room. And exhibitions, the exhibits are here, right here in the Kala Manch. And for the queue, thank you everyone for being a part of this beautiful celebration. Remember, for small creatures such as we, the vastness of the universe is bearable only through love and curiosity. Let's continue to look up, dream big, I repeat, dream big, and reach for the stars. Will you all reach for the stars? Yes? Yes? Yes, thank you so much. This is Annalamada Manasa Thimmaya signing off from the inaugural ceremony. But stay tuned for the thrilling competitions ahead. As we conclude the inaugural ceremony, let us all rise for the national anthem, a tribute to our motherland that has gifted the world one of the finest space organizations, ISRO.
team. Can we have the answer? So Vikram Sarabhai Space Center is located in Thiruvananthapuram. This is the main center which is responsible for making our rockets.
about that. But obviously that's not my topic, so let me move on to the point of black holes. As of now, we don't know a lot about black holes, and there will be a time when we will learn more information about it.
So ISRO and India, they've been preparing a plan to start its own space station.
Okay.
So how is the preparation going on about that, and what would be the budget expected?
So actually, India is, as you know, Bharatiya Antariksha Station. That is the name of the space station which India is planning. And recently, the models was unveiled in Delhi. Okay, recently I have seen that actually. So we are starting the project. Maybe by 2035 to 2040, we will be able to realize our Bharatiya Antariksha Station. So budgetary will be in terms of thousands of crores. At least it will be like 50 to 60,000 crores.
My question is, what material is used to make satellites?
Okay, satellite has got many material. You can see there is one yellow color. Inside that it is called a structure. Means there are many packages are there inside. Each one is having lot of functions to carry out. So that packages will be assembled on a one plate that is called CFRP material. It is like you are building a wall, no. Those walls are there, it is a CFRP material. After that, if you see solar panel, they have to place the solar cells to generate energy. Those cells are also put on one of the sheet that is also part of CFRP, where they will place the solar cells. Then you can see some yellow sheet, that is a thermal sheet which will protect our spacecraft from the space environment, because we have defined a life for the satellite. It may be for 5 years, 10 years, 15 years. So we have to protect our satellite, correct? So like how you will wear your sweater, like that. So that is the thermal sheet, it will protect. It is a multi-layer material. It will protect. Like that, many materials are there, and all materials are red hot components, means it is radiation, it can withstand in the space.
My question is ISRO planning to study gas giant in the near future?
So actually we have missions to study Venus. Okay, and we have Mars, some more Mars missions, Chandrayaan 3 lander missions, all those things. And we have Astrosat mission actually. Okay, it studies about our space and different galaxies and all those. Not specific to any gas chains like that.
Could you brief us about the Naviac satellite system works and how is it beneficial over GPS?
We are having GPS is generally what we are using, but we are depending on somebody else, correct? We should have our own system. That dependency should not be there. And navigation system will provide it works on two concepts. One is for common people. Instead of GPS, we can use our own antenna, and even common people can use that signal. It gives your location and the time to reach your home, so that our Navic also will give. And apart from that, we are having one more concept called defense, where it is a restricted service. It will only provided for our defense, airplane, all those agencies we are providing.
A story about this Navic satellites, okay, our own Navic thing. During Kargil war, our soldiers were not allowed to use GPS. We were denied of the service. So that's the time when Government of India and ISRO found the need that we should have our own Navic satellites. Okay, so we were able to establish that in a record time of 10 to 12 years. Okay, we had our own constellation. Basically, Navic satellites, IRN is a series of satellites they are using for Navic. So we were able to come out with our own constellation.
What was ISRO's role in Operation Sindoor?
So our satellites and Navic signals were used for Operation Sindoor, and certainly it helped our armed forces.
When was the spaceship Chandrayaan 3 was ready to launch? What was your inner feeling and what was your mindset? How did you prepare for this moment?
We'll try to create that environment in our test case and try to see worst environment. So we have tested Chandrayaan 3 to 30 sigma condition. Like if it goes worse to even 30 times what it cannot perform, we were sure that it will land.
Dear audience, it is a dream come true for Copsians. The reason number one, it is happening for the first time in Kodagu, and all the youngsters, the vibrant mind and youths of Kodagu will be getting a unique chance to learn more about science, more about astrophysics, more about India's space science. As our MC was referring always Kalam sir's last words, dream high, and small dream is a crime. I end my with word, small dream is a crime. So big high, achieve high, attain your heights, that make India proud. Thank you, Jai Bharat.
Well, let's turn our focus to some rising stars who have shone bright during this event. It's time for the prize distribution ceremony.